Hi, and welcome to A View from the Bed. This is a CHI St. Vincent podcast where we talk to real patients about their healthcare perspective. We know that your healthcare journey can be scary, so that's why we want to get their view on the good, the bad, and the ugly from diagnosis to recovery. Enjoy today's episode.
So tell me a little bit about what kind of condition did you have, and what issues did it cause you?
I had really severe arthritis in my big toe joints, so they would not move. And every time, normally when you walk, your toe flexes up. So mine was like rigid. So every step, it was grinding bone to bone. Yeah. And I started having feet problems. And because of drugs, alcohol, I never addressed it. And it took forever to finally look into it. And my doctor says, you need to see Dr. Patel. He's the best around. And so I saw him, and he wanted to fuse it. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. And I was afraid that, it'd be like walking with, a cast or something, because it wouldn't flex. My left foot was nowhere near as bad as my right. Now I had a big bunion, and he first had to take that out of the right joint so it would heal good. And then he did the fusion. Well, he angled the toe out a little bit and moved it up, so when you walk, I thought I'd be like feeling that fused up. Well, it was angled up a few degrees. And I can't wait to do my left foot now. But
good.
Yeah, it was in such severe pain. I didn't realize how bad it was, because when it would flex a little bit, it's just bone to bone grinding.
What were some of the things that you did before you had that pain that you had to stop doing?
I used to mountain bike a lot and walk a lot. It got so bad that I would have a hard time walking to the corner store.
Oh my God.
I used to go down the river market and walk 5 miles and bike and things like that.
Yeah. And
walk 2 blocks before my surgery. Right before it, I had a hard time walking 2 blocks to go get it. It was so inflamed, so swollen, and so just horrible, pain.
Yeah. Now, have you always had arthritis?
For about 15 years in my feet.
Just in your feet?
I got a little bit in my thumbs, but that's manageable.
Okay.
And that's pretty much feet and thumbs. That's about it.
That's really random.
Yeah.
But does arthritis run in your family? Or?
Yeah, but not in the feet like I had it.
Yeah. Have you always dealt with issues in your feet, like when you found out you had arthritis and that's what was going on? And then tell me a little bit about, how did you get to Dr. Patel?
I never really saw a doctor about it, but since I broke my back like 25 years ago, they had me on strong pain meds. And so I was constantly on pain meds for like 20-some years.
Oh, wow.
And it was a part of life that I would just numb myself up. Mm-hmm. And I saw Dr. Cooper to help get my blood pressure under control and a few other little things. And I was talking about, my pain meds for my foot. And he says, you need to go see a friend of mine, Dr. Patel. He goes, check him out. He is really, really highly rated, the best in this field. So I saw Dr. Patel. He was really good and talked to me, explained. We went through shots for about 8 months.
Okay.
It was probably longer than that, but every 4 months he'd give me shots. So it was over a year. And that would help for a short amount of time. It would last for 4 months, then 3 months, then 2 months, and then it wasn't helping.
Okay.
And so he says, you're going to need to do something with that.
Yeah.
But the amount of pain I had prior to surgery was so severe. Is when I had my surgery, it's just like, it feels better instantly.
You know what's crazy? I hear people that, like when they have knee replacements or hip replacements, they're like, I was in so much pain before that after surgery, it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was like a piece of cake.
I wish I'd known a little bit sooner how the surgery would have been. I wouldn't have waited for over 10 years.
Yeah. So what was your initial reaction when he was talking about he's going to fuse your toe?
Yep.
Like, what was your initial reaction to that when you hear that?
Cutting open and grinding out the joint and putting plates and 8 screws in it.
Yeah.
It was a little terrifying, because I thought when I would walk that my foot wouldn't flex and I'd be walk, because I'm so used to it being fused. But when he did it and angled it a little bit up, and I could walk like zero pain now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's crazy what 8 screws can do.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much, because it's just like, you would think it would do the opposite.
Yeah. And I can't even feel it. And my left foot used to hurt a lot more because I would favor it, walking in the other one. Once my right foot healed up, my left foot's feeling so much better
Yeah.
that I don't see for quite a few years I'll probably need that surgery.
Oh, wow.
But I was going to plan on doing it right after this one, 6 months after it. And it doesn't hurt at all.
Man. So after surgery, what were you in, like a boot?
Yeah, I was in a cast for the first 2 weeks or week and a half. Then he put me in a boot, a walking boot. I had a couple different kinds. I had an air cast. You can pump up air around it. Then I had another fixed one.
Okay.
And then I had like a walking shoe that I went in. And like he said, you'd be off work for at least 8 weeks. And it's 19 days I went back to work. So
Oh, wow.
just being cautious.
Do you work on your feet?
Yeah, I'm a cook at the Little Rock Compassion Center.
Okay.
And so I'm on my feet most of the time, you know, walking and cooking and doing what we need to do.
So it's really important that you got this fixed.
Yes.
So you can keep doing that, because that's no joke, being on your feet.
I used to buy the cheapest shoes I could get, and Dr. Patel explained to me about good shoes. So I pretty much just buy Merrill shoes like I'm wearing right here. And they'll last forever. And he gave me special arch supports too.
Okay.
To help.
To help with that?
Yeah. And it takes away a lot of the fatigue and pain I used to have.
Yeah. Were there any things before, because you had mentioned it took you a while to get it checked out, and were there any things that you tried to do yourself to alleviate the pain?
I was using like a pain relieving cream, patches,
Okay.
and a lot of different things like that,
Yeah.
and pain meds. And, I was just doing that for too long. And so after I had the surgery, it's the first time I probably didn't have pain meds in over 25 years.
Oh, wow.
20
That
years
had
or
to
so.
feel good.
Yeah, a lot better.
I mean, you don't realize how much pain medicine dulls your senses until you come off of it. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I even felt this way.
Yep.
Oh, so.
And not being active, I got, after my surgery, I weighed in at 254 pounds. And right now, I think I'm at 222, so I'm going to lose about another 20 pounds.
Oh, congratulations.
So I've lost like over 30 pounds. I still got to lose about 20 more.
That's exciting.
But the more I lose, the better I feel. So
yeah, and I mean, that takes pressure off your feet anyway, too.
Yes, it does.
But that's kind of a hard conundrum when you can't do things because of foot pain, but then you can start doing things so you can start, losing the weight you need to.
Yep.
But so that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. And he is such a personable guy.
Yeah, he's really good.
Too. He's really good at what he does. He makes sure that you understand what you're getting into.
Like he says, well, you need to get this fused, and I was really hesitant to want to do it. He didn't push me. He said, well, you're gonna have to do it sooner or later. And so he didn't push me, and finally I just said, all right, we got to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, it is funny how pain drives you to the point of anything. Anything to alleviate.
Yep.
To help. Is there any tips or tricks if someone is facing something similar or a foot procedure, even if you look back at the bunion removal that you had, that would be helpful for them to know that, when you go home, here's something that I found to be kind of helpful or that I should know?
First thing I'd say is don't wait. If you have any problems, whether it's your foot, knees, hips, back, hands, anything, is don't wait until it gets catastrophic. Go in and see a doctor a lot sooner. And with feet problems is good shoes and good arch supports.
Yeah.
And that if I had like $20 shoes, my feet would probably hurt more. I wouldn't have good support.
Sure.
But I have quite a few different really good shoes. It's an excuse to buy new shoes all the time. So, but it's with feet problems, good shoes, good arch supports tailored to your needs.
No, and that is really important because you can buy those arch supports at like a Walgreens or a Walmart, but it's different when you have the custom, when they bend fit specifically to your foot, because you just get a different feel that you don't get if you try to get some that are over the counter.
Mine weren't custom made. Dr. Patel, I just ordered them off Amazon. Then he gave me some, says try these, and they're really good.
That's awesome.
So, but custom ones work really good. There's local stores here that can tailor. And if you have a shoe with a good support sole, and they can custom tailor arch supports. I forgot the name of it, but they're here in Little Rock. They're all over. And
but I think one is the Good Feet store.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, the Good Feet store that does custom arch supports and shoe fittings to make sure that you can. This is a weird question, but I've heard some people say that they notice a difference with the types of socks too.
That too.
They wear?
Yep. and a high quality sock that breathes. Get one that's soft and comfortable. And so you want to have something that breathes really good.
You know, I imagine you definitely want that when you're healing.
Oh yeah.
Because you want that wound to be able to breathe through that sock. So
That's right.
I think that's a really good thing for people to know.
Yes, it is.
It's true though, you get what you pay for.
That is. That's so very true.
Yeah.
Like these socks I'm wearing here, I bought them just to try them out. I've never spent $20 for a pair of socks, and I love these. I only got one pair of these good ones, but yeah, it's important. Good socks, good shoes, good inserts.
I think so too. And you know, now they have some of those with built-in compression as well for your legs, and you don't realize too how much the health of your legs plays into the health of your feet and vice versa.
Yep. Because
pain, it can radiate down or it can radiate up.
That's right.
So,
and you spend the majority of your life on your feet, and so you need to take care of them and invest in your feet, which is good shoes, socks, and supports.
Have you noticed a difference in your back since you had your foot done?
Yes, because I had my spine broken years ago, and it's fused in my spine from here to here. And I used to have a lot of lower back pain, and that's because I was, I think, walking different and not being able to put my feet down good. And I noticed I don't have the lower back pain like I used to also.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Because again, the alignment of how you walk changes. I mean, everything in your body, your posture, how you hold your hips when you walk. I mean,
when my right foot was bad, I used to favor my left foot, and that caused that to hurt a lot. But once I had my right foot fixed and started walking normal again, my pain went away in the left foot.
Oh, yeah, because it just re-equalized your body weight. Which is, isn't it crazy how that happens?
It is. Get everything working right and you feel a lot better.
I know. And then so many times on this podcast when we talk to patients, you know, one of the things that they say is they're like, I wish I would have paid attention sooner. Because of the difference that they see. But, you know, sometimes people are just afraid of what they don't know.
Stubborn, afraid, and you know, a lot of it's afraid. Having foot surgery is a scary thing.
That is a scary
And that scared me for a long time. And I thought, okay, well, if this goes bad, I'll have to do like an early retirement or something. But now, you know, I'll be 62 in a couple months, and I just plan to keep on working. So
that's good. It actually put you in the opposite direction.
It did.
Of I can not retire for a while and keep doing what I love to do.
And my right foot was getting so bad and my left was hurting. I thought if I don't do something, I'll be in a walker or cane or crutches or something. And but no, walking up and down stairs and walking long periods of time, it feels good now. Yeah, I'm a lot more active and moving around, and I'm able to carry things, because before my surgery, if you're going to pick up a 50, 60 pound box of something and add extra weight on it, that made it really difficult. And also before the surgery, I had such a big bunion that Dr. Cooper says some people have to cut a hole in their shoe because it was so big that it was pushing against it and causing the bone to get inflamed and black and blue. And so with that, first he took that down and let it heal up. Then he did the surgery.
And that didn't deter you from having the second surgery?
Nope. That was part of it. We get that done first. And once we knocked that down and got rid of that big pronounced bone growth, it made it a lot better, and I was looking forward to the second one.
Well, good. And I'm assuming you healed fast from that one too.
Yeah. Actually, I think I healed quicker from the second one when they bolted together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Did you notice a difference even in your feet just when they removed the bunion?
Oh yeah, right away. Yeah, because
was yours on the side?
It was
on the top.
It was on the top, right about here on the edge, just a little bit.
Yeah.
So the shoe would, you know, rub on it and wear on it.
Yeah. Yes. It is interesting. You know, sandal season is getting ready to come up, where you can see everybody's feet. And it's interesting to see the number of individuals that do have bunions on the sides of their feet, that they're excited about sandal season because they can wear the shoes that they don't have to try to fit their foot in.
When he did that surgery, he only did about a 1/2 inch incision. Normally they cut you open. He said, I'll cut about the size of an eraser and go in there and cut it out. And then he said there was just 2 or 3 stitches.
Oh, wow.
And that's something, if you have a bunion, you know, get that taken care of right away. It's really easy to fix.
Yeah, definitely pay attention before they get that big that you're having to cut holes in the side
That's right.
of your shoe, or you know, wear sandals all year round when it's 20 degrees outside.
No, you don't want to do that.
It's important too for our listeners that a good primary care doctor or your regular touch point doctor, you really talk to about other things that are going on.
Yep. And no matter how severe or little it is, bring it up to your doctor, your primary care, so they can, maybe get a recommendation or forward you to a specialist that can look at it.
Yeah. Because that does make all the difference. Is if a different doctor would have done the same surgery, you might have had different outcomes.
Yep.
So getting to the right doctor is really, really important.
It is. It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And, thank Dr. Patel, because it changed my life. And it gave my mobility back. And I couldn't have in 1,000 years hoped for, this great of recovery from it. So.
No, that's amazing.
It's a big life-changing decision I made there. I wish I would have did it years ago, but, but it worked out good.
Had anybody prior to Dr. Cooper ever mentioned going to see a podiatrist?
I had a friend of mine, coworker, that when I talked to him a couple years ago, he said I wouldn't do it because a friend of mine took over a year to heal and he was never the same. So I had these horror stories that I heard that, you don't heal from this very well and it's going to be with you forever.
Yeah.
And I have zero pain in that foot now. So
that's amazing. So you definitely give it a 2 thumbs up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Or 2 toes up.
The only thing I'd say is anyone that has any kind of feet issues, pain issues, is don't wait. Go see a doctor, and preferably Dr. Patel. He's a really good doctor. And afterwards, he gave me his cell phone number. You have a problem, call me. And he would call in personally and check with me. And because I work at the Compassion Center, so him and his organizations he works with have done food drives for us and donate. And he wants to come work on a weekend with his son and serve with us down there. So not only he's a good doctor, he's turned out to be a good friend.
Now, we all can't expect to be back to work in 19 days because that's crazy fast.
Yeah, it is.
However, we can all expect to be back to work if we have to have a similar surgery if Dr. Patel does your foot surgery.
That's right. And don't rush your recovery time, because sometimes if you rush it, you can hurt yourself and go back. So for some reason, it's just I healed fast or stubborn or something and went back to work right away.
Well, sometimes too, your attitude and outlook also plays a big part in how quick you heal and the results that you see. So it's really good to surround yourself with people to help keep you upbeat and to keep a positive mind frame, because you'll have really hard moments when you're healing. I mean, that's just natural. You're going to have painful moments. You're going to have hard moments, especially if you've been under anesthesia. You can naturally have that feeling of depression a little bit. So it's really important to keep those things at the forefront, the positive things at the forefront of your mind when you heal.
That's right.
Is there anything in particular that you did to kind of help you just keep you in that positive mind frame, or?
No, I just went one day at a time and tried to address a problem and have the proper, walking casts and shoes and not try to go too fast, even though I went too fast. But you just got to take your time and pace yourself.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure getting back to important work like at the Compassion Center made a little difference too.
Oh yeah.
That's really meaningful work.
Yeah, I really enjoy it there. So, they let me sit down a lot and take my time and not push it. So, I just wanted, even if I couldn't work too much and just stay off my feet in the office, they have me do that too. So it was good to be back and just, supervise, but, I healed quick. So that was good.
Yeah, that's very good. Well, that's awesome. Well, you definitely had the best outcome.
Yeah, it was good.
An amazing story to tell us about how important our feet are. So don't neglect your feet.
No.
And it's important too that just know that if you have other conditions like diabetes that's not controlled, you might have to work with your doctor on a few extra healing steps related to your feet, because we know our diabetic friends, including myself, we don't heal as quick on our feet and legs as other individuals. So you'll just make sure you want to talk to your doctor if you are a diabetic about extra things you need to do. But thankfully, you were not a diabetic.
No.
And you did not have to worry about some of those extra things.
Not at all.
So you didn't need anything else.
Nope.
To check the box. Well, Ron's story is so amazing. We're so excited that you visited with us today to just share your experience. And next time, we'll be talking to another incredible patient about their journey with healing and healing wounds, which will be a great follow-up to Ron's surgery today. But we'll give you tips and tricks next time about wounds and if they're not healing, what to pay attention for. So we will talk to you later.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode of A View from the Bed, A Patient's Perspective. We hope that you found it helpful. We hope that it helped you make your healthcare decisions. We hope that it made you feel a little more comfortable with your own journey, and we hope that you'll join us next time.